What's going on, you guys? This is Cooked Vegetables back in here with another podcast for you, man. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing absolutely amazing wherever you happen to be in the world. The title of today's podcast is going to be Seeing Things Before They Happen on Semen Retention or Masculine Purity. For as long as I can remember, I have always had a keen interest in studying the qualities of successful people. After many years researching successful men, a few patterns started to emerge. Specifically, I found that the most successful men throughout the annals of history shared some common attributes. Attributes such as a natural inclination or talent towards their chosen vocation, enormous capacity for self-discipline, and charisma seemed most common amongst the elite. What I didn't understand until lately is that there is another important attribute of the uber successful, which is arguably the most important. That important attribute is the ability to see into the future and predict upcoming events before anyone else around you can. One of the lesser talked about benefits of SR and masculine purity is this spooky ability to figuratively see around corners. After about a year on my journey, I noticed that I could clearly predict a lot of future events with startling accuracy. Each time I was able to do this, it felt like the answers came from an immensely powerful yet benign presence that was completely independent of me. Developing this ability helped me to avoid many troublesome situations that the Kuma version of myself would have ignorantly just walked into. I think what is happening here is that as you retain your seed and purify your life, you are drawing nearer to God, and He in turn draws nearer to you. As a result of this, He starts to give you directions concerning where to go, what to do, who to entertain, and who to avoid. This voice is not forceful or loud. It is just quietly persistent and comes across with calm certainty. Every time I have obeyed this voice, even when I couldn't see the sense in what it was prompting me to do at the time, I have been absolutely blown away by the results. Every time I have stubbornly refused to follow the clear directions I was given from on high due to fear, lust, ego, or anger, I have experienced deep regret. The latest example of this ability to see into the future came during our March 2024 strategic planning exercise for the company I co-founded. The entire leadership team sat down for a meeting to set strategic goals for the rest of the year. In a matter of 10 minutes, I could tell that the goals were not achievable in the time frame because the leadership team was prescribing something that simply was just not realistic. I raised this point and predicted a lot of fallout and unnecessary trouble because of it. In spite of my concerns, the leadership group voted to go against my suggestion. I didn't get angry or fuss about it. I just rested in a weird certainty, knowing exactly what would happen many months into the future. At the end of the year, one of the members of the leadership team came up to me and said, "Cooked, I have to give you props because you always predict these things before they happen. How did you know with such certainty that this would be the result of what we decided to do?" I smiled, offered some pleasantries, changed the subject to avoid some long drawn-out conversation, and quietly walked away as soon as I could. No sense in trying to explain something to people who aren't ready to understand, is there? This wonderful benefit of foresight that a man gains from retaining his seed and cleaning up his life gives him the ability to properly navigate his life. He will be able to discern what a woman who seems pleasant in the moment will eventually turn into once the honeymoon period is over. He will be able to understand and capitalize on lucrative business opportunities or fledgling technologies before anyone else, allowing him to amass great wealth. He will be able to read the tea leaves and know when it is time to leave a particular job or location because of the foreboding signs that only he can see. Semen retention will give you an unfair advantage in life, which will provide you with the opportunity to set up your bloodline for a bright future. Till next time, brothers, Godspeed and remain blessed. Brother Cooked.